Yo, boss here. I meant to do this video a little bit earlier, but life happens. Anyways, following the theme of ranking my favorites from the winter 2021 season, we are now looking at my top shows from the winter 2021 season. I'm going to try to keep this one short. My best girls videos went a little longer than anticipated, so without further ado. Number 5, Dr. Stone. I'm always interested and fascinated by what Senku and the crew can cook up, and this season has even more big brain moves by our Yugi hair tier protagonists. Ever since season 1, the tensions were building between the two main factions of the series, so in this season it all came to a head. With the introduction of more characters, we get to see more interactions and see various people's thoughts, opinions, and experiences on this stone world that we are in. I found it to be very compelling to guess and to see how each character would react and what future they would choose. Of course, getting to see my girls once more was very good. I think I've said this before, but I love the Dr. Stone girls' character designs. Also, Tsukasa's characters became way more interesting to me, and I like the direction that his story went. We also know season 3 is coming, and I already know that it's going to be exhilarating. Number 4, that time I got reincarnated as a slime. I love isekais. Always try to watch as many isekais as I can. The slime isekai, in my opinion, is one of the better ones. So I'll admit, I may have a bias towards it, but still, I think this season was great. Rimuru and the gang continue to build up their nation and their strength. I love nation building that comes in a lot of isekais, and the slime isekai is no exception. For the most part, this show is pretty chill. I consider it to be lighthearted, although there are a lot of monsters that get killed, but once again, it's superhero logic of where when they kill a whole bunch of monsters, do the viewers really care? So for me, the added drama in this season took me by surprise, but it was interesting. Also, there was the introduction of several characters that were alluded to in the very first season that finally made their appearance and played a big part in the season. There were some of the most phenomenal action scenes that we have in the series so far that came about in this season. Also, the Shion. Gotta love you some Shion. Of course, in true isekai fashion, we had level ups, one-sided battles, and the addition of many more skills. So for the second half of the season, I expect much of the same, which is good. Number 3, Attack on Titan. I'm gonna say it up front, I've read the manga, so some of the excitement that comes up with the major reveals, twists, and action are not really there for me, which is probably why it's not my number 1, like probably for most people. But even still, it's one of my favorite anime of all time. To be honest, I don't have too much to say, because it's pretty much following much of the same, even though it's a different studio. The action, the story, and the music are all top notch, despite how people complain every episode. Hearing the voice actors and seeing the characters in motion is what makes me prefer the anime over the manga anyways. Plus there's the fact that I get to see the post-time skip designs for Sexy Sasha. After reading the finale of the manga, all that's left is for me to see the ending of this era-defining anime. Number 2, Mushoku Tensai, also known as Jobless Reincarnation. Another isekai. Yes, my bias may be showing, but that's okay. This show is superb. I have read the manga for this, and to be honest, it wasn't very impressive. So going into this, I wasn't expecting too much. Since it's an isekai, I was going to watch it anyways, but man, did this impress me. Every week I just couldn't wait. I don't know how people who read the web novel or the light novel felt, but even now, I still can't believe how this made me feel. This show is what inspired me to make my very first YouTube video. The visuals can't be praised enough. The story of a person getting a second chance is something that I always love. There's cool magic and power system that I'm interested in seeing and learning more about. Let's not forget about Ghislaine, and of course the many meals present in this show. Sensational. I absolutely can't wait for the continuation later this year, and I've also heard that there are rumors that this will be a long-running seasonal show. Sounds good to me. Number 1, Jujutsu Kaisen. Going into the first season, there was a lot of hype for this Shonen Jump series. And over the past year or so, I've seen a lot of comments saying that this is better than My Hero, Black Clover, or Demon Slayer, which are a series that I all love. So even still, I didn't expect this level of greatness. This is my favorite anime from the winter 2020 season by a mile, which is crazy because it's the same season that has Attack on Titan and some of the better isekais that I've watched, and I have a clear bias for them. I love the premise of the show. The characters are cool. The main cast already has some of the most standout moments that I will continue to watch for years to come on YouTube. The fight scenes are crazy good. They already set up some hidden lore that I can't wait to find out more about. The villains are competent, and I'm curious to see where their plan goes from here. And the OST. The OST is golden. It's been a while since I've actually looked up when a soundtrack for an anime is coming out. All in all, this was exceptional. I'd even want to read the manga. It's crazy to think about it. The anime was so good that my love for the anime outweighs of how very, very badly I want to see what's next. I know this series will be very successful, and I plan to watch every step of the way. Thank you for watching / listening to this video. If you don't mind, go ahead and hit the buttons below. This concludes my little series on the winter 2021 anime season. As of right now, I think I'll probably be doing the same for every season in terms of ranking different categories and topics from that season. So stay tuned for those if you like these. The next major video I want to do is one about Black Clover. I want to talk about it a little, especially since the anime has just ended. So, until then.